Today, Governor Newsom calling for more aggressive sweeps of homeless encampments all across California.
It is time to take back the streets. It's time to take back the sidewalks. It's time, I think, to just end the excuses and call the question. It's about accountability.
That battle already playing out in one Bay Area city. Today, San Jose city leaders discussed a plan from Mayor Matt Mahan that would order the arrest of anyone who turns down multiple offers of shelter. John Ramos spoke to local homeless advocates who say the get tough approach won't solve the problem.
San Jose's approach to shutting down homeless encampments is something the governor would like to see in cities and towns across the state. And he's offering a little legislative assistance to do that.
The help comes in the form of a sample ordinance offered as a template for cities to adopt to deal with encampments. It spells out the problems from public safety issues to health dangers to blight and concludes with, quote, large encampments and those with semi-permanent structures exacerbate and perpetuate these harms. Every local government must have a plan to address them, end quote. That seems to be the point of the order, to get every city on board with the effort.
We have to call out those that aren't even engaging in this conversation and somehow think it's someone else's responsibility, not just on homelessness, but on housing as well.
Someone who is engaging in that conversation is San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan.
I'm very aligned with the governor on his announcement today and this notion that we cannot allow for camping by choice. Permanent encampments are very corrosive for society. As you know, we already do hundreds of encampment abatements per year.
Mahan says ending what he calls the era of encampments has been his top priority since taking office. And the city is looking to add teeth to its approach, including a policy to arrest people who repeatedly refuse the offer of a bed at a shelter. And he says it's the state's responsibility to make sure that San Jose isn't alone in the effort.
Only the state can ensure that every city, every county does its fair share, and that we have a uniform set of policies and laws that allow us to intervene and incentivize people to come indoors. Most people say yes, and they're grateful for it. I think we should be especially concerned about those who say no repeatedly.
But as he was saying that, a group of homeless advocates were gathered outside, protesting against the city's position that homelessness is some kind of choice.
If our economy hadn't tanked, if people hadn't lost so many jobs during COVID, if people hadn't gotten sick, this wouldn't be happening. There aren't people out there, substantial amounts of people living out there because they like it, because it's great living out there in the cold and the wet and being exposed to the elements of all the people around you. It's not like a great choice.
Shawn Cartwright is founder of a homeless advocacy group. She believes the push by Newsom to shut down encampments across the state has more to do with personal politics than it does camping.
It's been obvious to many people that the governor is posturing so that he can run for higher office, much like Mayor Mahan is posturing so he can run for higher office. So the governor has been seen as a liberal who has been soft on homelessness. And so now he's got to get hard on homelessness so he can run and ditch all these homeless people. They're both doing the same thing. They're ditching homeless people, getting hard on homeless people so that they can get out of here.
There is a concern that if cities do not adopt Newsom's ordinance, it could lead to the denial of state homeless funding. The governor says that's not currently the case, but he does seem intent on getting everyone on board with the move to shut down the encampments.
Well, the governor's model ordinance comes after last year's U.S. Supreme Court ruling that said cities could enforce camping bans and clear encampments even if space is not available in shelters.